So I've been down at Foresight Europe, who make the GC2 HMT unit that you would see on some of the big guys on YouTube. So Mark Crossfield does all his testing on there, as does Rick Shield. So they invited me down. You'll see some of the videos coming shortly. Really amazing piece of kit. So they have two camera systems where one of them looks purely at the ball data and the other one looks completely at what's happening with the head. So what we end up with is some small dots on the club face that then are only picked up by one of the two units, and it measures at 80 frames per second. So what that's able to show us on there is exactly where we're striking it on the club face. So what it showed me in my game is that actually it's not as bad as it seems. So there's a few shots that went 30 yards to the right, but it was a centre club face. It was a neutral path, but it was the club face was 8 degrees open to that club face, so lost it a long way right. Some of the other things that we've used, we don't necessarily see that because we're not measuring what's going on with the head. It's assumed that it is a centre strike. So there are a couple of times where I caught mine right out of here and a couple out the heel, but other systems would think that is a centre strike. Whereas what we've got to understand with the club face is that it's not a flat surface, particularly on the driver. So that bulging very much determines on where it's going. So, you know, they talk about strike as key, and it is just, it's worrying that, you know, a lot of coaches out there don't look at things like strike and factor it in there. So, you know, some people might use tape, but then it's affecting the spin levels. You know, some people use foot spray, hairspray, things like that. You know, the things that, you know, yes, it's helping to measure, but it's not quite doing what this does. Yes, it's expensive. It's an expensive piece of kit, but, you know, for £25 a day is what we was told that, you know, they could finance it for. £40 an hour is what you can charge. So a few videos that are coming up. One of them is just a live lesson looking at my irons, and then another one similar with the driver, and we're trying to show you some of the different things that you can do on the system. If you've got a coach who's near you who uses GC2, particularly the HMT software as well, and the camera on that, I would recommend checking it out. It's brought me a massive amount of confidence. And you'll see on one of the videos that I go from hitting my 8 iron 141 yards to now hitting my 9 iron 151, and that's purely from the confidence that you get from the data. The data supports what they are telling you rather than that you believe it is a certain way or not.
Swing. Where did you hit that at the club face?
Toe, like that.
Sounded it.
Yeah.
Why did you hit it at the toe? And these are all the questions you need to ask yourself.
I lost my balance a little bit there.
Yeah, you didn't hit it at the toe.
No, was it?
Pretty central.
Oh, okay.
Angle of attack, great par.
Mhm.
Okay. Club face was slightly closed.
Yeah.
Slightly closed. Okay. The heel strike kind of helped you a little bit then.
Yeah.
It's obviously where you missed it.
So how much in a heel on here does it refer to as a heel? So how many millimetres would it need to be to be a heel shot rather than a centre
Quite
strike?
near.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was only 2 millimetres
Yeah.
towards the heel, but it's towards the heel.
Yeah.
See, the centre part of any golf club is pretty much a pinprick, isn't
Yeah.
it? But yeah, so we measure in millimetres.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
So how does it go about measuring it then?
So with HMT, so it's the only unit. So GC2, the way it works is that you've got two cameras in here. They're stereoscopic, 10,000 frames per second each. Okay, and all GC2's waiting for is the ball to move.
Yeah.
So the big unit, obviously, if you just kick the ball, without shoes on. If you just kick it in
Yeah.
the right place, green, will come up.
Yeah.
So all it's doing is waiting for the ball to move.
Yeah.
Right? With HMT, it takes no details at all from the golf ball.
Right.
So what is, you've got another two cameras, 5,000 frames per second each, another 10,000 frames, and all it's doing is that we've got the dots on the club. So you bear in mind those cameras are pitch black because the frame rate is so high.
Yeah.
So around the cameras you've got ultraviolet lights, infrared lights, sorry, which are flashing. And all that's doing, it takes 80 photographs of the golf club coming in.
Right. I was just going to ask, I wonder how many.
80. So there's no calculating at all. So GC2 and HMT, the only way they're connected is by battery. So HMT takes no details from the golf ball at all, whereas TrackMan takes all its details from the golf ball and it guesses what the golf club's done, based on centre strike, based on the fact that because it can't see, it assumes from point of impact to separation that club face doesn't do anything. We've seen with HMT, and you'll see it today, there's a good example there, well the ball's got a bit left, but you'll see it today, sometimes you can track on the inside, with the club face being open, path open to target, and that ball starts left.
Okay.
Because what can happen, if you've got really quick hands, you can deliver it 1 degree open,
Yeah.
by the time the ball's left the face, you can have 2 degrees shut. Very interesting. But yeah, so we're just taking photographs. So that was a great swing. That last one you hit, if we just quickly go back into the analysis, you only missed it slightly left because your club face control. That was it. Your path was amazing. Angle of attack, amazing. You just whip the hands over, a bit of a strong grip. Strong left hand, that's all that is. Go again. Good swing. Which will shove you back a little bit actually. Obviously you're flying and everything. Bit low at the face. Path. This face slightly closed in. Just only slightly. Let's move you back. You can't go much further back on this hole. Do me a favour, can you weaken your left hand?
So to the left or right?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah. Also see a knuckle.
Yeah. But again, you know, and this is where, you know, I sort of looked at the numbers straight away. The first thing I saw was you swing a golf, you can swing a golf club. There's no two ways about it. You came for 100 less, so I probably wouldn't change your golf swing. Your club face control is slightly out. That's probably why you've left 19, and you know that's a good thing. That you've got 1 problem. So you can see as soon as you weaken the grip, you don't commit to your shot. So again, get yourself set up. And the interesting for me, just looking at, just quickly look at the numbers. If you look at HMT numbers, okay, see your club head speed dropped. And that just shows a little bit of lack of negativity, lack of positivity, sorry, because you changed your grip. So your brain will go, this feels horrible, I'm not going to hit it. Whereas what I want you to do is have a look at the path of your previous shot. Think, well, actually, I'm swinging it brilliantly. I'm on path. I just have to change grip and trust my golf swing. So again, get that grip. Trust yourself this time. If you do, like say, you swing it really nicely. No two ways about it. Hard to hit it left now, isn't it? Okay. So all you want to now try and do is just turn a little bit harder.
Also just get more.
Try not to turn your hand so much, because if you start working the DPS too much, the club face becomes unstable. So if your club face is slightly open, you've got 2 choices: either flip the hands, or you just turn. So you just got to work harder to hit it left with your body. Apart from that, you're in great shape. Go on, try and hit this left now, but with your body, not your hands. Okay, good. Quite nice though, now you know you've taken the left side of the golf course out.
It's good bowls where we played at, that's very obnoxious. I lost a few vice balls over there when I was testing them.
Go again, swing it well. Just slightly release it now. Your starting position's excellent now. Come on, just commit fully to the shot. Stunning. Cuts. Oh, you just double crossed yourself a little bit. What's the golf shot though?
I felt that in the middle of that one.
Yeah, and then your club head speed. Exactly.
The best.
You are much better off swinging slightly out to in and trying to hit a little cut in there. Always remember, you just double cross yourself a little bit, shut the face down. Look at your club head speed though. You gained. That's not because you've got stronger. No. It's just because you gained it.
But it's using the numbers to then
correct. Yeah, you know, one thing that I had a lady not so long ago, 2 weeks ago. She came to me, I've known her for years. She's a lovely golf player, she's about 13, in her 60s. And she was just like, just manking everything, la la la. And I stood behind her, and she made this swing, and she shanked it. And my first thought was, oh, that's a really good golf swing.
Yeah.
If I'd said that to her, without any technology, she'd have gone, what are you talking about? So I said, go again. And she put the same swing on it, and she shanked it. And I could see from here, I didn't need any technology to see she was stood too close to the ball.
Yeah.
And I then said, look Denise, you're swinging it really nicely. She went, whoa. So I went on the computer and I said, look, this is your path.
Yeah.
The path was 0.8 inch right. The club face control was 1.2 degrees open. Really good. You could see the shot at the net. I said, stand an inch further away from the ball. She stood an inch further away from the ball and ripped everything. Lesson over.
Yeah.
You know, and she was expecting me to have to change everything.
Yeah.
But that's where you use the numbers to your advantage when you're learning.
Right.
You know, and one thing that you'll notice is that every single golfer that I've ever met does a lot of things right.
Right.
You guys think you do a lot of things wrong. So you might hit a bad shot on the golf course and change. It's inevitable. You might pull one left, think you've done something, and change it.
Yeah.
The next one goes right.
Yeah.
And then you stood in the third going, I don't know which way this is going to go.
Yeah, 'cause I spent a long time trying to get away from what I thought was a pull left.
Yeah.
Thinking that I was going miles across it,
Yeah.
and the face was matching it. Whereas actually,
Yeah. Actually, no, your path is excellent. It's only the club face.
there you go.
You know, and I would rather see you actually swing left,
Yeah.
but leave the face slightly open
Yeah.
so you get a little soft face.
Yeah.
Because a draw or a hook, you know, with the modern technology, don't go massively further. In the olden days, a draw used to go much further because of the roll, but golf courses are getting better.
Yeah.
Technology's getting better. So, you know, the top golfers in the world are trying to hit these fades.
We did a poll the other day on Twitter and said, you know, which goes further, a draw or fade? And
Yeah, I saw that.
Everyone still believes it's a draw.
Well, a draw will, because you create less backspin, you know, and your angles of attack are generally more on the up with a driver, but it's nominal. It really is. You know, if you say to, you know, my argument to that is, go on, you hit a draw,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get McIlroy to hit a fade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's going to hit a fade? You know, it's that sort of. A draw does go further, but not massively, of course. Great swing, cut back. Good swing as well.
This is a big out, man.
Yeah, it's good, slightly down. But again, look at your path slightly out to him.
Yeah.
You just now have to just try and keep that
Try
face
and hold,
slightly open. But
Yeah.
when you do it, you've got to have the club face
Yeah.
left of target, right
Yeah.
of path.
Yeah.
Because your numbers are so low, it's a tiny number.
Yeah.
Okay, so your club face is open to target
Yeah.
then, which is why your shape then is perfect.
Yeah.
Just need to start that left.
Yeah. There you
Into the path out to him is so much better.
go. Yeah.
And your angle of attack becomes steeper, which means your strike gets better.
There you go.